Okay, if it's the Final Crusade, why is there only one episode? Okay, I get it. There's additional episodes. Anyway, we're here at the reviewcell.webs.com, and we're gonna play a little Star Gladiator. If you guys are familiar with Marvel vs. Capcom, this is gonna be a familiar character to you because he was in a few of the Dreamcast versions. We are playing this on the Bleamcast though. Lightsabers galore and weird characters. This is a fighting game where there's a ring outs and the gameplay's all there. You can go in a kind of a 3D plane. You gotta focus your moves on what you're gonna do. There's specials too, don't worry about that. Throws, the usual affair. And from there we're gonna go into the actual mode. There's arcade modes, the versus modes, the usual fighting game stuff. Group battle. If you're not used to that, we'll go into that soon. The training option, of course, and you can change the options yourself, make it a little harder, etc. Let's make it really hard. Alright, so anyway, as you can see, you can change how much rounds the game has and so on. The group battle mode is pretty interesting. If you guys were used to Tekken from back in the day, then you'll be very used to this. You can even watch the CPU fight itself. You have the recovery type, maybe, time will recover after you win, or there's no recovery at all, or you recover all your health when you lose. I mean, you win, actually, should say that again. You can pick how much characters you want to fight in your game. It's not like tag team, you won't be able to tag them in and out, but once your character dies, the next one comes in. You can't actually focus on, say, I want to have it 3 on, etc., 3 on 5. Once you pick a certain amount, the computer will pick its other amount and try to equal up to whatever you have. That's mostly what's of this game. The graphics are pretty fantastic for a PlayStation game. It's going to be a little blocky, a little slow, but this could just be because the Bleamcast, the Dreamcast emulator, is playing it, not the PlayStation itself. The game has a nice flow to itself. It's not as smooth as the more recent fighting games. So as the game goes along, you meet a lot of weird characters with these lightsaber-like / strange weapons. This guy I'm using right now has an actual yo-yo disket type of weapon that he uses. It's he looks like a offshoot of the Justice League's what's his name, Martian Manhunter or whatever. We got a walkie-looking animal creature there. Anyway, the game is pretty short. A few rounds and you'll go to the final boss, and maybe you can unlock a few characters, but overall it's not a hugely needed game, but I feel like the gameplay is solid and you should try it out if you have a chance. It's for the PlayStation, so you better be ready for some dated graphics and be prepared to, be okay with just having your background just be a painting, if you know what I mean. Just take a look at those armories in the back. You can tell they're not going anywhere anytime soon. But there is oftentimes you get an impressive level like this. You're in space. I don't know how they're breathing, but they're in space, and there's things in the background going on. It looks like a little light show. More little references to Star Wars. I can throw them out there if I need to. I gotta say the actual jump is a little floaty when it comes down to it, but it's also a portion of the gameplay and how it works itself. When it comes down to it, the game has a really harsh counter system where if someone counters your attacks, be prepared to, like that. That's a counter right there. Be prepared to get some serious damage. You get a nice little splash effect from it after it's done. But what other game can you actually play as a dinosaur, Actual dinosaur, a raptor just attacking your opponent. The assortment of characters is just crazy. When I say this game is the game you were looking for, if you like those lightsaber type, fighting games, not exactly, but I feel like it's worth a look at. I feel like it's hard to buy at this point because it's pretty rare, again, but it's worth a look. And if someone who has it, ask them to take it out and try it out a little bit. See if you like it. Not only is there a counter system, you can just kind of twirl around it with your little character, and it's just wacky. It's just what you need at this point, where a lot of games are just kind of all all the same thing. So I recommend trying it out. I don't think you should buy it, but you should try it out. And with that, have a good day. TheReviewCell.webs.com.